So Eli Tomac, last week, first race back. All right, we can give him the first race back. Anaheim, we know he doesn't do well there. He says he doesn't do well there. Even though I've seen him be fast, he just hasn't had the best results besides last year. And coming off the Achilles, like we didn't know what was going to happen. So coming in this weekend, like I said, you're going to have to start seeing something from Tomac these next couple weekends. I think you got to see some kind of speed. And the reason you're going to have to see speed from Eli, not that I think he was going to win, but because Eli's been known as beast mode. He's been known as that. Like, he doesn't race like the Ryan Dungey, consistency. Or my boy Chad Reed, that consistency. He's just going to be there, even though he's consistent. But we always fear with Eli speed. So if he doesn't have that, what the hell are we afraid of then? So coming in this weekend and next weekend, I think you have to start seeing that for Eli's confidence because he knows that as well. Well, it was a mud race. So he kind of throw out the speed stuff. So he kind of has a little bit more of like, we're still kind of unsure. But watching Eli this weekend, the jury's still out for me. Like, I don't feel any confidence, more confidence than I did last weekend or less confident. I give Eli the respect that he's a champion and he knows how to do it like better than anybody else. He's got more wins. He's got championships. He's beast mode. But what I saw was the same guys last weekend, except for, guys were crashing. Jet Lawrence was riding around. He didn't even know how to ride. They were laughing people. He was faster than Chase. And like, he can make up a lot of time up on Chase. If you look at the lap times, besides one lap where Chase went that 125, probably just a clean lap, and Eli went 126. Eli was making up like 2 seconds sometimes and like 3, but then he would lose it. And Chase was just kind of like a consistent. Well, I guess my point is that I feel like Eli in the past would have passed Chase because he was clearly, when you make up that much time on people, even though it's a mud race, when you make up that much time, even if you slow down a second to just be consistent, like, you got a lot to play with. And I feel like Eli would capitalize, especially getting, ninth place and seeing where Chase was. He kind of knows where Chase, like if Chase had that speed in the past, then he'd be like, all right, I'm uncomfortable. I can't make that time. He knew Chase was only going to go so fast. And when you're making that time up, I just feel like Eli would have capitalized. Well, I felt like Eli was just happy to be there. Kind of like what we saw with Roxon last year. He was like, oh, damn, I'm like here. I'm here in second, so I'm good. I don't want to take chances and I don't want to crash. And when he tried going faster, he made more mistakes at the end. He was making some mistakes because when you look at it, it's like Chase Sexton and Prada. Chase was clearly faster in the heat race. Well, Eli was clearly faster at the end of that main event, and he should have won that. But I still feel like there's something missing in that. I still feel like there's something missing in Eli, like that intensity and that beast mode or just that, I wouldn't say will to win because I know he wants to win, but just that extra percentage that I said I had in 2016. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not there. And when I watch Eli, like, I feel like it's more, okay, like I want to win, but when I start going that pace, just I'm uncomfortable and I make mistakes. His riding, he was fine. I mean, he did what he needed to do in the mud. And considering that Jet Lawrence was flaunting around and considering what happened last weekend, you would say that Eli won this weekend. Like, he rebounded from last week. Well, I don't know if I'm Eli, and I'm thinking, and this is only me, I'm not in his shoes, and I can be completely wrong. I don't know if Eli sits at the house this week and feels more confidence than he did last weekend out the Anaheim. Like, because as a racer, sometimes you get those second, third place. Sometimes you win, but like, dude, I got lucky. Like Chase whole shot in that main event. I don't think Chase goes to the gate next week and been like, oh, yeah, I'm about to Michael Leslie whole shot this. I know how to whole shot. I'm going to whole shot everybody because of the way he got that jump. He knew that, damn, dude, I almost ran in that gate. Like, if they knew how close I was, I spazzed out and just gassed it. I would have been in the gate. Well, I feel like with Eli, maybe that's how he was because you could tell he wanted to try to pass Chase. He wanted to, but there was something missing where he couldn't do it. And yeah, it's a mud race, and yeah, it's better than hitting the ground. But maybe I'm just speaking from a sense of what I look at his body language, and I know the feeling of when you're gone, and I know Eli was going to retire, and I'm still missing something. And when I watch him ride, that I'm just only going off of how I would feel. Well, I don't think Eli's sitting at home this weekend, Colorado, wherever he's at, hanging out with Danger Boy, and saying that, yeah, I'm back. I got my second place. I should have beat Chase. I'm back. I think Eli's still feeling like, damn, like, I don't know. Like, baby, I don't know. I don't even know if I still got it. So this weekend, to me, is going to be a big weekend for Eli Tomac, because he's got that podium. So he's got that off his belt. And considering that he made up a lot of points on Jet, and considering that Chase didn't look dominant, you know, the field's right there. So Jet's in a vulnerable place. Chase is still working through what Chase is working through. It's time for beast mode to come up here. So expect something from San Diego. Whether you see Eli as a speed, how he rides, is going to tell you enough on what this weekend was able to do. Because I believe the jury's still out in Eli's mind on whether he's the guy that can come back and compete when if everybody's firing at all cylinders. I'm still the best. The jury's still out to figure out if that can happen in his mind. So I'm going to leave it until next week. I'm going to give Eli A, because he came back. He was able to rebound somewhat from last weekend, and I don't care how you get it done. Sometimes it's a small steps. So guys falling in heat races. Sometimes it's a guy getting a flat tire and you winning. That gives you that spark, and maybe that spark was that second place that allows Eli to, you know, get the monkey off his shoulder. I feel better now. Like, I'm not far down the points. Now let's go. Maybe we'll see him firing back, compared to like, oh my gosh, I can't have another race like I did last weekend, because that would be bad, and Jet running off from him. Maybe this is going to get that spark to beast mode come back, but otherwise we'll find out this weekend. So Eli Tomac, great job, but the jury's still out, and I think we're going to really see where your mindset is and how, you know, how's your season going to go in these next week and starting this weekend in San Diego.